Hey, Damian again. Congratulations, you're well on your way. We're at video number two, part two, video number two, how making money online really works. In video one, we talked about the value exchange. We talked about selecting a group of people that you're interested in serving and taking those people from being in a state of unhappiness, having a problem, needing advice or something, from taking them from being sad to over here to being happy, and providing a solution or moving them closer to their goal. So in today's video, we're going to talk about what do we do after we've started that relationship with them. What do we do once we've started moving them or helping them get closer to their goal? This is some great information. Again, this information that you're learning in this four-part series is going to allow you to start earning money from home, creating a lifestyle of income, freedom, and whatever else you want right from the comfort of your own home. So I'm going to go ahead and start video number two and enjoy.
Hey, this is Coach Larry, and this is part two in a four-part series on how making money online really works. If you have not seen part one, simply go to our blog and find the link to check out part one, where I break down basically what we call the value exchange. And now what I'm going to do is, doing part two, add to what we covered the first time so you can better understand your next steps to making money online. So in our previous video, we talked about the value exchange. Today we're going to talk about list building, the next step in the process of you making money online. Now in our last video, we left off explaining the power of the value exchange. So we're going to pick it up where we left off last time. So now we understand that we've helped this person get a solution to a problem. What's the next logical step that you should take? Well, it's a call to action. And what I mean by a call to action is at the end of your content, you want to now invite this person to continue the conversation or to get more of the same type of training in order for you to continue helping them. And the way you do that is by giving them a special offer that they can consume. This is the foundation of what we call list building. In other words, if you do step one correctly, the natural evolution would be for that person to want more information or help from you. I mean, think about it. It only makes sense. If you've helped me on one level and there's more help that I'm going to need down the road, why wouldn't I want to listen to you more? And that's exactly how building your list is truly easy for those that know what they're doing. So let's now break down the next principle called list building.
Guys, this is the most important step.
In the previous example, we were using first-time fishermen as our target market of who we want to serve. What we did the last time is we talked about bait. We provided a solution, and now what we want to do is make an offer to continue the conversation, as I call it. Now that offer is where you're going to send them to a website, and on that site they're going to give you their contact info. Once they give you their contact information, that should include at the very least an email address. So when we talk about the offer, we're talking about, let's go from bait. So if we talked about bait, is it likely that this person may need information on the actual pole, hooks, ponds or lakes that are biting for the fish that they want? What type of stuff should they need at night? There's any number of things that you could offer them. So that could be, for example, that could be a mini course. That could be a mini training video. It could be any number of things, but the goal is for them to come to your website now that you started the ball rolling and get them to take whatever your offer is from whatever your website location is. And once they give you their email address, they are now on what we call a list. Now, what do I mean by a list? When you create your website, you're going to have a mechanism on your website where they'll be able to put their email address in. And once they place their email address in there, it'll be housed on a software platform such as Aweber or SendLane, GetResponse, Constant Contact. There's a number of different companies that provide this service. Don't worry about that today from a technical standpoint. Just understand that when someone gives you their email address, there is a way that you can now stay in contact with that person. So the reason why you want to collect the list is because you want to now begin to deliver additional value. First and foremost, the thing that you offer to begin with. But as you'll see in our next video, there are other things which we alluded to that person is going to need in order to stay connected to you. Be warned though, this is the point at which most people try to pitch or promote or sell too quickly and too aggressively. And if you do that at this stage of the game, you run the risk of that person running off. This is the beginning of a beautiful relationship as long as you don't go too fast. So to bring the point home, just like in our previous example, we had somebody walking around with a box with something broken. Your goal is to get more people just like that added to your list, because what you want to do is accumulate enough people on the list that are of like mind or like challenges that you can deliver enough value to. Everybody here, you're delivering a fix. All right, so everybody here got on the list because you offered them a fix that they took advantage of. Now your goal is to create an opportunity for you to build authority and credibility with them by continuing adding value to them, which we'll talk about in our next video. But just understand, that's the whole idea behind a list. Now, one thing you'll hear people say about a list is that the money is in the list. That's partially true. The real money is not in just accumulating a list, it's in developing a relationship so that some people on the list will become what I like to call an audience. Now, this is where you get excited. When you have an audience, what that means is when you start sending emails out to this list of people, those that are part of your audience, the ones that are starting to like you, love you, follow you, will begin to click on those emails and open them up. They'll come to your YouTube channel and watch your videos and subscribe. They'll come to your Facebook Lives and attend those. They'll get on your webinars or conference calls. That is where the money is. So what will happen is there'll be a few people who jump out from this list that you're building, and they'll decide, there'll be a few people in here that'll decide to start following your content on a regular basis because they love it so much, right? It's not going to be 100%. Sometimes people come and get what they came for, and that's the last time you'll hear from them, or they'll get off the list, and that's fine. Don't worry about that. There's plenty of people that you can replace them with if you continue to find people walking around with a box of something broken that you can fix. It's just that simple. So now your goal is simple. How many people can you get in front of with your fix? How many people can you find that have a broken thing that needs that fix? That is how you start to build a massive list of the kinds of people you want to serve in your market. In our next video, we're going to break down relationship building and authority, which is the last frontier before you have an opportunity to make a quality offer that turns into money. That concludes part 2. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for part 3, where we dig into relationship building and authority establishment, which is the last step to you making money. Before you go, I want to encourage that you find the link or the image on this page and go get a free copy of this book. The principles that you're learning in this training series are in this book and much, much more. Make sure to like, share, and comment, and subscribe to our channel. And we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for part 3 of this series. Until then, go forth in victory. I'll see you soon.
Okay, so in part 1, we talked about the key is to find out what your market is, find out who you want to serve, find out what kind of problems they have, and then provide the solution to those people. Once you've provided a solution to those people, now you've started the beginning of a great relationship with those people. The next step, as discussed in this video, is you want to offer them the ability to continue the relationship with you by offering them additional information. And the way you do that is you create something called a capture page, an opt-in page, a landing page, and that page is a one-page website that contains an email submit button. So what that page does is allows that person, if they want to continue the relationship with you, it allows that person to enter their email into a box to get more information from you. What happens is once they enter their email into that box, they go, their email gets deposited into something called an autoresponder. An autoresponder is no more than a database that you collect a bunch of like-minded people that share the same interest, so that you can follow up with those people, you can build a relationship with those people, you can provide more value for those people, and then you can ultimately offer them products, services, and solutions to their problems. And anytime they consume whatever you're offering them, if it's for sale, you make money. So that's the second step in the process. When we come back tomorrow in the next video, we're going to talk about continuing that relationship with them and building more authority, more likability, more trust with those people. And that's what's required in order to finally make and ultimately make money online. The list building, I think you heard me mention it briefly earlier in the video while he was doing the training, but your list or list building is going to be the most important part of your business. Your list is going to be ultimately the most important asset that you own in your business, because when you have a list, you're building distribution. And when you have distribution, people that know you, like you, and trust you, you can funnel any product or service down through that distribution list. So that's what we're going to continue talking about. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Part 3 of the training, where we talk about building authority, which is the step right before you get to the money. So stay tuned for tomorrow's email, and we'll see you soon.